Hello everyone, it is MadView Productions, and it is good to be back. So a little update on the situation with the channel. I think I'm going to continue to make some Minecraft style videos on this channel. I'm also going to try some other new things, but I think I might be good to continue making Minecraft content on this channel. But other than that, yeah, I've done some automation videos in the past, but basically in automation you can recreate or make your own custom car and put it in BeamNG drive and drive it around in game. So this is my recreation of the EK Honda Civic hatchback, but of course I had to call it the Nonda EK hatchback because Beam is very worried about Honda or any other car company suing them for making recreations. You can take a look at some images of it here. So we're gonna drive this around, and of course it should be linked in the description below if you want to go around and drive it. It is posted on my page, but we've got like 300 downloads or something on this one. And I also made a sporty Civic Type R, which is the EK9 Civic Type R, the very famous one that everyone loves so much. So yeah, we also have some pictures of this one. We'll also give this one a little drive, and we'll talk about a little bit about like the creation process. And yeah, you guys can obviously use download links in the description to download it. Alright, so here we are in BeamNG Drive. I'm just going to load up into free roam. We'll pick a map here. We'll use the automation test track today, and we'll just rip around a little bit. We'll go for the starting line. We're going to spawn in. Alright, so it just gave us the boring old stock truck here. You know, you always got to give this thing just a good neutral drop. Anyways, let's actually check the car out here. So I'm going to pause this and we'll head over to our vehicles. Here is the original EK hatch that I made. So this is just the stock one. I do believe I did give it a little bit more horsepower than it's like, you know, supposed to have. Because I feel like if you give it the exact perfect amount of horsepower that it actually had coming out of the factory, like for the real car, you just kind of lose any sort of funness or anything at all, like with these stock cars, like a Civic Type R, or rather a Civic EK hatch, just the stock one. The Type R has the correct amount of horsepower, and it's a lot of fun to drive. And then I also just gave it a straight pipe exhaust, so you could actually hear it in the game. I'm not sure how loud it actually is for you guys. Probably a little too loud, so I'm just gonna turn down the volume here on my thing, but yeah, we'll give it a quick drive. And you actually have to be very careful now when you make cars in automation, because if you make it like 3,000 horsepower but everything's knocking, the engine will just straight up explode in Beam. That is actually transferred over now. So you got to be, you know, careful with these engines, designing them. All right, so we'll just put it in first gear here. And it, you know, it drives nice. It drives like a normal Civic, I guess, that you would expect to drive. The engine in this car revs all the way out to like 7,300 or something like that, and that's why the rev counter is so high there. That's actually what the engine did rev out to. And you know, it gets up there when you floor it. It's pretty fun to take around the racetrack. Again, I did give it more horsepower than it deserves. The taillights, they don't look great. Yeah, we'll get into some cosmetics here, and you know, I think it looks really good from the side. That's where I think it's most accurate. And in the front, I think I really nailed the headlights on it, but the grille could be worked on a little bit. And you know, it looks pretty good though. It really does, compared to the other one that I saw on the BeamNG mod files. This one was pretty good. So we'll drive back the lap, and then we'll drive the Civic Type R. You just absolutely redline it. We're doing 110 now. You know what, we'll slam it into the wall for fun. Well, engine's still in there. Those burnouts, that's for sure. And it just has a 5-speed in it. I'm not sure if the original had a 5-speed or a 4-speed transmission, but a 5-speed is, you know, something that's fun to drive around the track. It's definitely not geared correctly here. I'm sitting in 5th and it's at 3,000 RPM. It's probably more like 2,000 in the original car. So it's not geared right. But we're not really worried about gas mileage here in BeamNG Drive, are we? Alright. So that was the EK hatch. We're going to move on to the Civic Type R. So this one was just straight up called the EK hatch, and this one I called the Civilian Type R, but I should just labeled it as Civic Type R. I didn't need to give it a funky name. So we'll do it in the classic championship white. As you can see, the design is quite a bit different. I did put the Honda logo on this one, and it's of course got the red in there. So it looks all right, looks pretty good. Definitely could use a little bit of work though. In the front bumper, actually, I think it looks better. It's a little bit more accurate. I changed some things around. The headlights still look really good. You know, it's got the lip kit that's pretty much goes around the whole car. Side skirts and what have you. Got the blinkers, which were on the first one as well. I tried to get the rims to look similar to the actual Civic Type R rims too, and I think I did a pretty good job there. And the taillights look, you know, about the same. And it's also got a little wing on the top, and I mean, that's the best I could do, really, honestly. This one also has a special trick up its sleeve. It pops and crackles, which is really cool. It's also got the straight pipe. Revs all the way out there at 8,500, I think, is what it's hitting right now. But yeah, this thing spits flames, which is pretty sick. I don't know how that ends up getting coded in the game, but it just does. So we'll give this thing a quick ride. And it just loves to rev up there. This one is a lot more fun to drive. I definitely need to do some suspension work on this thing. I don't think it's stiff enough because this thing's kind of wavy around. Like when you enter a corner and stuff, it doesn't really love it as much as I think it should. Yeah, this thing definitely really hauls compared to than just the regular EK hatch. Yeah, look at that. It's definitely just like waves around. Could use some work. I think this one definitely looks pretty accurate though, you know. As far as automation car recreations go, this is not half bad, I think. I just took my mirror off. Whoops. And oh yeah, it does burnouts and chirps third gear. This car also doesn't weigh anything, so it definitely is a lot faster just because of that. So yeah, in conclusion, this thing rips pretty good and looks pretty good. Oh, as far as recreations go, like I said earlier. And I'm not sure, did I give this thing a 6-speed? No, this one's also got 5-speed in it. But yeah, definitely a fun car to drive around like these test tracks and stuff. And I'm definitely going to have to make a revision on this one. Again, you can download it with the link in the description, but the suspension is just way too soft on it. And really just can't handle the power that's in the car, so it's definitely inaccurate and needs to be fixed around. But both engines don't really seem to have any overheating issues or any problems, like when you drive around, like they don't knock or anything like that. And this one just straight up pops and crackles, which is pretty sick. I didn't try to make it do that or anything, it just does it for some reason. Alright, well, thank you everyone for watching this video. Next time I do one of these recreations, I'm definitely going to post the whole process instead of just showing you around the car. But yeah, you can download them in the link in the description below. I'm at Productions. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.